Welcome to the WD168. We're back. The strike is over and I'm here. Forget that. Let's get back into place. We're ready to give you the news because God gives us 168 hours every week to live, love, and enjoy. This is our take on this 168. Well, a little bit more because we had an extra day too, right? The 29th from the Western Diocese. Well, we're coming to you on this third week of the Lenten season, a time to take inventory of our spiritual assets and liabilities, a time to contemplate, get rid of some of the stuff that you don't need anymore, heighten prayer life, a time to slow down. Our diocesan primate, His Eminence Archbishop Hovnan Derderian, has assured our people that they can find opportunities for Christian spiritual growth with Bible studies, prayer services, prayer gatherings, lectures. They're as close as your local parish church. And electronically, avail yourself of the reflections of the primate himself, Jean Portuciun Asohed, a journey with God, with Archbishop Hovnan's daily steps along that path. The Reverend Father DATEV Avakahana TATOULIAN, emerited priest of the Western Diocese, entered his eternal rest on February 20th. This year would have marked the 50th anniversary of Father DATEV's ordination into the priesthood. Father DATEV received his pastoral education in the Armenian seminary in Jerusalem and furthered his studies with degrees from Claremont Theological and Cal State Fresno. Born in Syria to parents who were educators from Hajan, Western Armenia, at a young age, his family relocated to Beirut, Lebanon, where he received his primary education in Armenian schools. He married also an educator, Araxi Kopushian, and together they were blessed with 3 children, Asped, Arpi, and Lori. In the early 1970s, he heard his calling to be a priest of the Armenian Church, and the late primate of our diocese, Archbishop Vazken, ordained him in October of 1974 at the St. Sahag Mesrab Armenian Church in Reedley, California, where he served and diligently brought the Armenian Church message to the Central Valley community. 1990, he was appointed to serve at the St. John Garabed Armenian Church of San Diego, where he served with dedication and faithfulness. He's also served on the Diocesan Council, and with our youth, he was a loved fixture at the Diocesan camp from summer to summer. According to our primate, Archbishop Hovnan, the clergy of the Western Diocese will forever respect and honor Father TATOULIAN's dedication and dedicated service. Father DATEV was a dedicated servant of God, husband, father, grandfather, brother, and friend. We extend our loving prayers and condolences to his family. The last unction service will take place on Saturday, March 9th at the St. Gregory Armenian Church in Pasadena, and he will be interred in Nor Hajan Cemetery in Armenia. May God rest his soul and grant comfort to the family members. Continuing education for our clergy is taking place in Armenia with a rotation plan of clergy attending classes at Holy Echmiadzin. Clergy from St. Gregory, Pasadena, Father Sarkis, just returned, while Father Khajag from the Levontians Cathedral arrived at the Holy See this week to participate in the classes, to better serve communities, especially with issues facing society today. Apostle.net continues to provide its programming touting apostolic evangelism for an electronic world. This week, staff and newly formed advisory board members met for an initial images of the apostles' presence in the metaverse. Keep tuned for more. Meanwhile, check out the daily and weekly vodcasts at apostle.net. Armenia, My Home, a quasi-documentary, was aired on PBS this week. Well, if you're tired of that old rhetoric as much as I am, the idea of churches and monasteries just popping up out of nowhere because people were bored and Armenian alphabet formed without purpose, it's time to reclaim the faith of the Armenian Church. It's happening this weekend at the Western Diocese. Now in its 8th incarnation, Reclaim is a conference to do exactly that. Reclaim the faith of the Armenian Church in the context of our modern world. Reclaim 2024 is dedicated to service as a pillar of the Armenian Church. The basic message of Jesus Christ to serve one another as expressions of our love for God. Speakers will include a keynote address by Father Kevork Arakelian, a presentation on Down syndrome children, affectionately known as DATEV Children of Armenia, by Father Grigor Grigorian, who is traveling from Armenia to be with us for this conference. Two young men, Gregory and Peter Terpanjian, will be speaking about their travels and finds in the monasteries of the Lori region of Armenia. Father Mardiros Chevian, the Dean of the St. Nerses Armenian Seminary in New York, will be on hand to share how the seminary is reaching out. And yours truly will be demonstrating the metaverse applications for the Armenian Church. There will be stimulating discussions by the Deacons Council members, Armenian Church Youth Organization members. Reclaims takes place on March 2nd, all day at the Western Diocese. Yes, tickets will be available at the door. One of our brightest stars at the diocese is our staff member, Diran Vazken, who also serves as chaplain at local hospitals. This week, he was at the St. John San Francisco Armenian Church at the invitation of the parish and parish priest as part of the Year of Healing. His presentation was Healing from Grief Through Loving Grace. Those in attendance found consolation and were inspired by Chaplain Diran's knowledge and wisdom in the field of grief counseling. Next Monday and Tuesday is the Ladies Society Annual Retreat in beautiful Malibu, California. I'm looking forward to reporting about that next week. With a reminder that it's election season and Super Tuesday is in front of us. Here's the best tip I'm going to give you. God loves us all, red and blue. We're all the same in His sight. Think wisely and cast your ballots. For the Western Diocese, this is Father Vazken, looking forward to sharing next week's WD168 with you. See you then.